All right, let's go. So this is day number 3 of Iman's 8-figure personal brand challenge. So I'll go over the main subject of this episode from his series, and you can still see it here on YouTube at this point when I'm filming. It's actually uploaded daily after the event, and actually right now it's day number 4, but because of different meetings I had to postpone filming this one. But in this day number 3, he is mainly talking about micro YouTube channels. And let's look at what he does first of all, right? Because even Iman right now has 3 channels, if I'm not mistaken. So it's the main one, which he actually grew from the start, where he started with SMMA, actually he started with documenting his fitness journey and so on when he was 15 years old. Then eventually came across the SMMA niche, which was profitable for him, both in terms of his business, but also selling to other people how to start this business. So selling info. And then besides that main channel, which right now is maybe at 5 million subscribers or around that mark, then he also has his vlog channel, and then more recently he has his business channel. So let's look at all of them, because if you would try to do the same thing and you are just starting, you would make a huge mistake just because you are not at that level, and it wouldn't help you to actually have 3 channels. And let's look at the reason why he has each at this point, and let's look how or what would be the best approach for most of us to actually start with. So if we look at what he has now, he has the main channel, which has 5 million subscribers. So the goal with that one at this point is to get as many views as possible and mostly get people into his world. Then there's the vlog channel, right? This is different because his main channel is more so about habits for millionaires, or how to make your own, or how to make your own SMMA business. Or actually, because I know this is one of his best performing videos, what's the best business model to start in 2025? And he'll probably do that every year. What's the best business model to start in 2026, and so on. And it just works. And this is actually what I can share from yesterday's video and episode, however we want to call it. The fact that you will find some winners, and there's no point in not repeating them, right? Because who cares if you're repetitive? You are also trying to get as many people as possible to enter your funnel, let's say so, and then eventually sell something to them, because if you can offer value, why wouldn't you? And this is what selling is, after all. And coming back to his main channel, so that one will be the one that will be getting a lot of views consistently, new videos, not as many anymore. And his strategy at this point is also changing thumbnails, because that will get new people to see older videos, because they will be seen as new videos by, let's say, the algorithm. Then he has his vlog channel. So that one is where he doesn't advertise the business stuff. And we'll talk about the business channel as well, because the vlog channel has just one purpose: showing the lifestyle. And basically there's a different audience for people who like that type of content, and people who watch that content aren't necessarily into business. So considering they are not into business, you wouldn't sell a program about SMMA to them. However, at this point, he can sell the eyewear brand, but he can also sell the drink, Big Day, if I'm not mistaken, that's the name. So he can sell consumables such as Big Day, or an accessory such as eyeglasses, and both of them have a lower average order value. And this is why it's for a different audience, because that audience will spend $50, $100, but they won't spend $1,000 or $48K. However, if we then switch to the business channel, that is primarily focused on business. So that is where he will sell a $48K $100 program, because he will and does actually speak primarily to business owners that are making over 250K. That's what he also mentions in the videos, and it does make sense because, for example, if you're a beginner, you won't get as much value from the business channel. And this is how we can actually come back to the title of this third day, micro YouTube channel. Because how does that or all of this that I just said help you? Well, you don't have to look at what he's doing right now, because basically he has multiple businesses and brands right now that he can sell. But coming back to the VSL video that we talked about yesterday, you have a video that sells, right, for you 24/7. And ideally you do have something to sell. Then all of the content that you make afterwards should be content geared towards that VSL. Because you can have a vlog channel, you can have a dedicated business channel when you don't even have a main channel. So that's the point that you might be at, and that's the point that Iman was trying to make, that you first need to focus on your first YouTube channel and actually making that one profitable. And that's where you need the VSL and all the other content, which is educational, helpful, bringing value to the people that eventually should actually buy from your VSL video. And this is mainly the point with content. Actually building an asset, and then you can think of building multiple assets, multiple YouTube channels. But in the beginning, the goal should actually be to create content for driving traffic to that VSL. And this is why ideally you do also look at this video step by step here, because in yesterday's video I talked about the VSL, the flywheel, where you actually want to have a video where you can sell and YouTube also pays you for basically creating that video. So you're earning money through YouTube's ads, but you're also earning money because you're selling something at the end of that video. And then all the other content that you create has the goal of being valuable, getting people into your world, but ideally exactly in that micro niche that you're actually selling to. Because if you are selling, for example, let's say I'm selling paid ads, right? So who would I be talking with? With eCom guys. So that means that if I want to help them with their business, the primary videos that I would make would be about how to make more money with paid ads. What's the ideal Facebook ad structure? Should you use branded search on Google? How much should you spend on branded search on Google? This would be the type of content that would be helpful for that audience. And why would someone watch you and not Iman, for example? Well, simple, because Iman is at level 100, right? And many people who are at level 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, would they rather learn from someone who is 95 levels ahead of them, or only around 5 or 10 levels ahead of them, right? Because if you think about it, if you're trying to become a billionaire, first, ideally, you do become a millionaire. Because if we think logically about it, is there a path to become a billionaire like that instantly? Not really. There are steps that you need to take. That's why it's ideal to be in masterminds, in groups, in communities of people who are around your level, because otherwise you wouldn't get as much value if you go to levels way ahead and you're basically trying to skip levels, which is never a good idea. If you've ever played video games, it's also not fun, because think about it. If you just type in a cheat code and you win the game instantly, or everything seems easy, then you don't even learn anything. So basically, if someone would give you $1 billion, you wouldn't even know how to make 1 million. And the thing is that if you would lose that $1 billion, you would never know how to get there. You wouldn't even know how to make 1 million, let alone 1 billion. So overall, this is, I would say, the recap and the conclusion from the third day, that you need to create micro channel. So talking only about something that you actually know, because you don't want to fake it till you make it. It doesn't make sense. People love when you are genuine, and you can usually feel it when someone tries to say too much or talk about something that they don't know, because it doesn't go as fluently when they do that. And there's almost no upside when you're trying to fake it way too much. But when you are just trying to be your own self, that's your unique advantage, because no one can be you. You are a one of one. And that is what makes all of us special. The fact that no one has our experiences, no one went through exactly the same things, no one has the exact same backstory. So this is something that we can lean on. And if it's not necessarily the most interesting life, we can still focus on some of the things, on some of the struggles that we've had. And the beauty of it is that many other people in this world, the 6 billion around this world, some of them actually have had the same problems. For example, I'm gluten intolerant, lactose intolerant, probably a little bit autistic, maybe way too introverted, and so on. So there are probably quite a few million people out there who would fit exactly in this category. But overall, I'm not trying to have a focus on the things that I just mentioned, but more so on the fact that I'm in the business world, in the eCom world, and those are the people I resonate with most. So that is the content that I'm going to create mostly after this series, because this series is definitely slightly different. But with all of that being said, that's pretty much it for this third day. And if you haven't left a like, you can do so right now. You can also subscribe, and if you're following right now, or if you're following this when I already finished the series, then I would highly suggest looking at the next video, the fourth day. And basically, until then, see you there, and peace out.